Have you ever seen those mind-boggling videos of cats squeezing through impossibly small holes, contorting their bodies into pretzels, or flowing effortlessly into containers? Picture this: 3 cats stuck in a glass room. One of them, a smarty-pants, is eyeing the seam between 2 glass panels. And guess what? It manages to squeeze its head through the gap. The other cats are all like, "What in the world is this dude doing?" But wait, it gets crazier. This white cat, after some serious struggling, gets one of its front legs through as well. It's like watching a magic show, seriously. Before you know it, the whole cat somehow wiggles its way out. The cats inside are looking at each other like, did that just happen? Well, these online antics have fueled the notion that cats, our furry companions, possess some sort of liquid-like ability. In 2014, Animal Magazine listed 15 pieces of evidence that cats are liquid. These 15 pieces of evidence, using different cat breeds and various containers, ultimately proved that cats can mold themselves to the shape of a container without significant volume changes, a basic property of liquids. This research garnered widespread attention at the time. Especially compelling was the image of a kitten curled up inside a tall glass. Many criticized the magazine, accusing them of animal cruelty for supposedly forcing kittens into containers to achieve these distorted shapes. But the truth is, anyone who has had a cat should know they really can turn into liquid. Intrigued by this phenomenon, a researcher named Marc-Antoine decided to put the cats are liquids theory to the scientific test. He delved into the fascinating world of non-Newtonian fluids, liquids that behave like both solids and liquids depending on external factors. Scientists refer to liquids that can float on water as non-Newtonian fluids. They look similar to water, but when you step on them, they instantly become very viscous, almost solid-like. And when you stop moving, they realize, oops, I'm supposed to be a liquid, and start flowing, trapping you. Non-Newtonian fluids are not uncommon. Think of ketchup as the classic example. The pool in the video doesn't contain any rare chemicals. It's just a familiar cornstarch slurry. Essentially, any slightly viscous liquid like syrup, blood, or soup falls into this category of non-Newtonian fluids, and studying them falls under the field of rheology. Drawing parallels between the behavior of non-Newtonian fluids and the contortions of cats, Fardin hypothesized that cats could be considered non-Newtonian liquids. To support his claim, he meticulously analyzed various videos and images of cats exhibiting seemingly liquid-like properties. One of Fardin's key observations involved the time it took for a cat to fully liquefy and fill a fishbowl. By measuring the cat's deformation rate, he determined that it fell within the range of a liquid. However, he acknowledged that when observing cats over longer periods, their behavior resembled that of a solid, particularly during activities like running or jumping. Additionally, to fully prove that cats are liquid, we must consider another major characteristic of liquids called the principal axis. This means that liquid flow typically has a primary direction and can form without a container along this axis. Fladden cited examples such as a cat spread along the main axis inside a water tank, or a cat spread out between the floor and a cat cage along the main axis. There's even a cat pulled along like a pizza along the main axis by its owner. This demonstrated principal axis phenomenon further confirms the liquid nature of cats. Fardin's research extended to the concept of wetability, the tendency of a liquid to spread or bead on a surface. Water, for instance, exhibits high wetability towards paper towels, but low wetability towards lotus leaves. Similarly, Fardin observed that cats displayed a tendency to spread out on rough surfaces like carpets, pillows, and keyboards, while exhibiting a super repellent behavior towards smooth surfaces like porcelain tiles. This aversion to water, a common trait among cats, could be attributed to the extreme smoothness of water, making it highly repellent to cats. Fardin's experiments further revealed that cat's fur played a significant role in their wetability, with the rough texture of their fur repelling smooth surfaces. Intriguingly, Fardin's research also uncovered a connection between cats' liquid-like behavior and their non-Newtonian properties. He observed that cats exhibited a phenomenon known as yield stress, similar to ketchup. When attempting to squeeze a cat through a narrow opening, it initially resists, behaving like a solid. However, upon applying sufficient force, the cat's resistance breaks down, and it flows through the opening like a liquid. Moreover, to establish the liquid nature of cats, we must also consider another strict requirement of liquid's turbulence, or turbulent flow. This occurs when the deformation rate of a liquid is sufficiently high, causing chaotic motion like eddies. Does the cat satisfy the requirement of turbulent flow? Flatten presented two examples. One of a cat spinning rapidly inside a bottle, clearly exhibiting turbulent flow, and another of a kitten randomly pressing keys on a keyboard, then being put in a bottle by its owner. Clearly, after spinning a few times in the bottle, the kitten pokes its head out, conforming to the wraparound effect, which is this magical effect where liquids climb poles as turbulence accelerates. It appears that all evidence points to cats being liquids. Fardin concluded in his paper that cats are not just passive liquids. They are active and can autonomously change between solid and liquid states without external influences. Furthermore, Japanese experts pointed out that we can't view cats as isolated liquid systems. In fact, cats can transfer and absorb pressure from their surroundings. For instance, in Japan, overstressed office workers can visit cat cafes to relieve stress by petting cats. Cats are liquids capable of squeezing through small holes, flowing alongside robot vacuums, and even naturally flowing out from gaps in cabinets. They can also stretch into pipes and drink water in a way that makes us wonder whether Tom and Jerry are cartoons or documentaries, turning into bags of cats, bowls of cats, tubs of cats, and so on. So, why are cats so good at this liquid stuff? Biologists explain that a cat's small body houses a surprising 290 bones, each incredibly flexible. Take, for example, their shoulder blades, which aren't fixed but rather movable. A Japanese television station once conducted an intriguing experiment. They placed a small box with only an 8 cm wide opening and watched as a cat approached. The cat cleverly used its whiskers to gauge whether it could fit through. In contrast, when they tried the same experiment with a dog, the outcome was different. The dog's shoulder blades got caught in the opening. There are even reports from Japanese internet users who tested cats' ability to squeeze through tight spaces, starting from a 20 cm opening and gradually reducing it to 5 cm. The cats effortlessly navigated increasingly challenging obstacles. The flexibility doesn't stop there. Cats have 26 ribs and 8 flexible sternum bones, making their chest and spine incredibly adaptable. This, combined with their spine containing 44 to 58 bones, more than double that of humans, allows cats to twist and turn in ways that seem almost supernatural. It's possible that the mysterious ability of cats to liquidize is related to their enigmatic brains. Cats have incredibly small brains, comprising only 0.9% of their body weight and containing just 760 million neurons. However, this tiny brain consumes a fifth of their body's blood supply for energy. This is quite perplexing when compared to humans, whose brains account for around 2.3% of body weight and contain 86 billion neurons. Yet, like cats, we also use about a fifth of our body's energy for brain function. So, why is this? Some suggest that cats' brains are constantly calculating, coordinating every muscle and bone in their bodies. This is why they seem to effortlessly navigate high perches without fear of falling. It's the result of their brains tirelessly coordinating every muscle and bone, transforming them into graceful liquid-like forms that solidify in an instant to land safely. Legend has it that when yoga first originated in ancient India, yogis learned much from observing cats. They noticed that, like humans, cats enter a state of low blood pressure relaxation during sleep. While humans instinctively stretch upon waking to awaken their muscles, ancient yogis observed that the way cats stretch seemed more efficient. Thus, they began to incorporate cat-inspired poses into yoga, adopting a unique technique passed down from our feline friends. Alright, that's the end of today's story. Let's just appreciate the fact that cats are like the ninja masters of flexibility. See you next time.